Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Off the play fake on first down. They pressure him and sack him with a tackle inside the 10.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Moves the ball to 25, good enough for a first down. Dropping back, it's Moore. Looking for his big tight end. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
Short pass finds the tight end. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Big moment on the opening drive. They face third down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Can he get there on the ground? And the Bucs turn out another first down.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to third down. They load up the line of scrimmage. They could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Finds his man. It's Hughes.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up to take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 30 short. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Brought down to crosses midfield to the 46.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big third down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Looking downfield, it's Moore. And the receiver's got it. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
That's what I love about this guy. He has the ability to sneak out of the backfield. The quarterback's able to find him open, checks it down for a nice gain.
Here's a wrinkle now. They go to the Wildcat formation with an extra blocker. Let's see how this works out. And it's a direct snap. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain. That reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Short throw to the back, an easy completion.
Of course, one of the things I love about this running back is not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Delivers quickly to the left side. He fires this throw and is intercepted. Breaks into the open. Across midfield. The 30. Inside the 20. It's a fumble. And the ball bounces out of the end zone. It's a touchback and a turnover.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of... The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. First down, looking to throw the football. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. Throws a stiff one. They bring him down. A solid game there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Love to see the short passing game as a great go-to for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable and allows you to see how the defense is reacting. That can open up for other things later on.
An empty backfield on second and short. Back to throw. It's Moore. On the move now. Escapes the pocket but cannot make a play, and they sack him.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Grab near the sticks. It's Hughes. And the gain just good enough for a first down. Getting set for the second quarter here. Both offenses searching for a spark. They didn't do much in the first quarter at all. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw misses his mark there. Incomplete. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Nice grab. It's Hughes. Great swings at the 40. They make the tackle, but not before he reaches the 37.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
The Ducks moving quickly down the field here. First down, looking to throw the ball. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. The sophomore calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Forced out of bounds after a nice game. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal. The Ducks looking to punch it in here. It's first and goal. Looking downfield. It's Moore. Refusing to be brought down. Touchdown, Ducks.
Chris, this is what makes this quarterback so dangerous. There's just only so much a defense can do to contain him. He is so fast. You can plan for it all you want, but planning and the execution are two different things.
They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Bringing it out. It's Tate. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Handed off out of the shotgun and brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Oh, and he misfires just beyond the receiver's grasp.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between the quarterback and the receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, he may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. He's got a lot of time back there to throw the ball. And eventually, that's going to cost you.
Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain. Brings up fourth down. So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Fourth down, looking to throw for it. It's an out route. The catch made. Tackled at the... 2, that's enough for a first down.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Now it's second down here. To throw, it's Ncaa. It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Grab down the middle. It's Tate. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. And he dumps it off to the tight end. There's the tackle, but first down yardage. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the
pass rush gets home.
The defender did not bite on the fake at all. They were in pass rush mode the entire time.
That sack sets up a second down and very long. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. Becoming a long march. Play number 10 of the drive coming up. Now on third and very long, looking to throw. Good as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Running out of time in the pocket. Makes the grab. It's Tate. And he's not... Get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop.
Well, Chris, there's crazy, then there's what we just saw. I'm not sure what this head coach is thinking. Late in the game, trailing by a bunch, I get. But you've got time, way too early in this game, to go for it on fourth and a mile.
So here's the first play of the drive. They're set up at the 43. Moves out of the pocket. Using his legs on the scramble. Breaks loose at the 40. He's in the clear. Finally brought down all the way at the 6-yard line. Puts him in great scoring position.
Are you kidding me? This big a gain on a quarterback scramble? Defensive coordinator better get his defense together because that had to be a blown assignment. There's no way that a quarterback should get out in the open field off of a scramble and pick up those kind of yards.
No stopping him on that one. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield. He may go for a third or a fourth later today.
With the extra point, the lead is 14. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fielded in the end zone. It's Graham. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. He hands it off from the gun. Got the first down and still motoring. The offense spends their final timeout of the half here to talk strategy.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Dropping back, it's Ncaa. There's a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
Oh, Chris, against zone coverage like that and the ball thrown deep down the middle of the field, you've got to layer that throw in. Very challenging throw, requires a nice touch with a strong arm, and the quarterback that time just did not make the throw.
Looking for a gap. It's Hughes. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Well, they run it right into a blitz. That linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. You're right. He shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
They look to throw it here on second down. Looking for the wideout. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football, but he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looking downfield near the end zone. And it's incomplete. He got away with one there. A dangerous throw.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity of dropping that interception.
They're going for it. The offense needs 13 yards on this fourth down. Now rolling out to his left. That's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on fourth down.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Will kick it off to begin the second half. Bringing it out, it's Graham. And if you tackle right at the 20, that's a good job by the coverage team. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Ground game ineffective in the first half. Let's see if they stay patient or look to open up the pass game. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play. Third down, this offense could really use a conversion here, down multiple scores. It's a quick grab. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football. And now it's second down. It's 2nd and 10 off the incompletion. Ball to 36 still. And the back gets the football. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Chris, I'll be really honest with you. I don't know why they continue to try to run the football. I'm all about balance. I'm all about trying to make sure defense has to defend the run and the throw. But at this point in the game, they haven't been able to run the ball. They're going to have to go through the air if they're going to come back and take the lead in this game at some point.
The offense trailing here in the second half. This is a crucial 4th down try. To throw, it's Ncaa. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. Buckeyes pick up enough yardage to get a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. He makes the grab. They finally get him down, but it's a chunk play through the air.
Boy, what a big-time play here by this wide receiver. You know, sometimes, Chris, I wonder if Woody Hayes would be enjoying this modern passing attack from his Buckeyes. And I like to think that winning would outweigh any concerns he may have about that ball being in the air so often.
Tackle is made, just a short gain after the completion. The Buckeyes looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Play fake, looking to throw. Catch made on the out route. The tackle is made. The offense is now set up for the 1st and goal from the 8. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets him right back into this game. Wants to throw it. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Just a misfire here by the quarterback. These are tight windows, man. They open and close so quickly. You got to almost anticipate where you're going to put the ball.
Looking for 6. And he's got it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Oh, man, that was not a great throw right there. Pass is intercepted on the 2-point try. You have to wonder why they decided to go with that call.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whittington. And he's tackled at the 25. Same spot it would have been when he left it in the end zone. First play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Moore. He's hit as he throws it. That's knocked away. Defense makes a nice play. It's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
So 2nd and 10 for the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. The pocket breaking down. And it falls incomplete.
Anytime a quarterback's able to recognize a free rusher like that, that's what the check down is for. He has to recognize the protection issues quickly and pivot.
A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from the 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the first down. Going to try to use his legs here. Tried to use his legs to make the first down. Couldn't get there. And now it's a 4th down call. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40. throwing for it on fourth down. Looking to scramble. Looks like he's going to run it. Moves his way for a first down to the 35.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there. Play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first and keep this drive moving.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Solid gain, moves the ball to a 43. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Third and short, they hand the ball off. Brought down after a short gain. Now it's four fingers in the air. Get ready for the fourth coming up. 1 quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. Rolling the dice a bit. Up one possession and going for it on fourth down. They try to sneak it for the first. The Ducks are going to keep this drive rolling. Chewing clock with the running game. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Now I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Give it to the back again. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage of the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continually keep the ball in bounds.
Using his legs, it's Hughes. As the first down is still going. That play will move the sticks, set him up first down at the 42. The Ducks have first and 10 here. Here comes a handoff. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
Yeah, I like this call here late in the game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
And they'll stop him after a short gain. Third and short now on the 13th play of this drive. And they pick up the first on the ground. They bring him down at the 18. The offense set up in the red zone with a first down.
How impressive these guys been up front today. Big third down. Know what you need to do. Get the first down. Continue to hold on to that lead. Continue to work clock and get that much closer to securing a victory.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout as this offense tries to work the clock and preserve this lead. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And on the carry, he's heading left. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that first down marker. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here, trying to force a field goal attempt. Running play called on third and short. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a first and goal.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
First and goal, handoff. He fights in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Bringing it out, it's Graham. He tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Back to throw. It's Ncaa. That's reeled in. It's Tate.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds, trying to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
Looking for a late deep shot. Catch made down inside the 25. Finally tackled out the 19, and just like that, the offense is moved into the red zone. So here we go. Off the huge game they set up now suddenly in the red zone for 1st and 10. Looking for 6. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
I mean, how about this offense and this execution? That's 3 plays, 3 completions in the blink of an eye, and now it's 1st and goal.
He busts into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Chris, they're not quite out of this game just yet. With under 2 minutes to go, they're down by 9. I'd kick the extra point here, make it a one-possession game, and then try to recover that onside kick, and you got a real shot.
Looks to the left, pass caught. He gets in there. The lead now is just 7. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. The offense able to fall on the football, lucky to maintain possession there.
Well, they didn't really have much of a choice. Had to go with his onside kick, but as we all know, such a low chance of actually recovering this. It was likely their only option if they wanted to get another shot at trying to get the football back.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
How about the timing here by the defense to shoot that gap? As an offensive lineman, you have to anticipate that, close that gap off. Otherwise, it could be a long day.
Running play goes backwards, makes it 2nd down and 12 now. They're going to run it. He's brought down, but not before being in enemy territory at the +47. And the defense will spend a timeout here. Stop on the clock with 21 seconds remaining. On 1st down, they'll keep their running game churning. And a timeout taken by the defense. 18 seconds left on the clock.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And the play goes nowhere. Picked up about a yard, but it'll be 4th down. The Cook, we thought it might be this kind of a game. Very small margin for error in this game. Who was going to make the crucial play at the end? And they did it to get the W.
Yeah, Chris, when games get tight like we saw here, it really comes down to who's the better coached team. Who's going to execute better? And just as importantly, not letting the moment get to your head. That's a nice win for this head coach and his team.
And that's going to wrap it up. For Kirk Street, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.